Hello guys! Welcome back to my vlog. At kung bago ka sa channel na to, I am Za and this is Za Canada. Thank you sa lahat po nag-comment, nag-subscribe at ng mga natuwa sa video ko. Maraming salamat po. At kung hindi pa, mag-subscribe na po kayo. In my channel, I normally talk about how to become an early childhood educator here in Canada, kung paano mag-immigrate, latest immigration updates, life updates of Filipinos, and kung ano-ano pa. Well, in this episode, we are going to talk about how did I really become an ECE here in Canada. Actually, I already covered this video or this episode before, pero pinanood ko siya ulit kasi nga may nagtanong sa akin na kapatid ng friend ko, na gusto niya maging teacher dito sa Canada from the Philippines. And nung pinanood ko, nung shinare ko sa kanya yung video na ginawa ko noon, is hindi pala masyadong malinaw yung pagkaka-explain ko on how did I really become an ECE here in Canada. So, in this video, we are going to talk about my personal story when it comes to becoming an early childhood educator here in Canada. Did I study Did I study here in Canada? Did I become an international student? Or I landed as an ECE? So yan ang pag-uusapan natin. Panoorin hanggang dulo.
From islands to maple leaves, strength of a heart that believes. Goodbye to Manila, hello to the crisp air, taking a risk with a dream and a prayer. From bustling streets to the...
Alright, so a little bit of disclaimer that this is my personal experience and the process that I personally followed. So, hindi ibig sabihin na same process din ang mangyayari sa lahat. Requirements can change, your education can be different, and every application is different. Okay? So please always check the official government website before submitting your own application. Pero ngayon and today, this is exactly, or I'm going to tell you exactly what I did from not in the Philippines, because when I submitted my application, I was actually in Brunei, Darussalam. Nandun doon kami nagtatrabaho at that time. And then to Alberta and eventually BC and then even in Saskatchewan. Okay? And yes, multiple province po. I'm an ECE. I'm a licensed in early childhood educator in multiple provinces. Hindi lang po BC. Okay? So just a little bit of background po. I completed the Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education in Concordia College. And when I was still working in a call center industry, I really would like to really go back or come here to Canada na kahit anong job lang. But it was my dream was reinstated when a friend told me that open ang Canada sa mga teacher na kagaya ko or sa mga kahit matagal nang walang experience as a primary school teacher, as long as you graduated as a teacher back home or yun nga sa Pilipinas. So ngayon, I made tons of research kasi honestly, marami talaga ang magsasabi sa iyo na you cannot become a teacher here immediately here in Canada. You will hear na dapat mag-aral ka ulit. You need Canadian education. You need this certificate. You need an assessment. And sometimes nakakalito talaga. Ang daming mga haka-haka. Instead na i-pursue ko na maging international student dito sa Canada kasi nga malaking pera ang gagastusin, I started researching. I started asking a lot of people, checking websites, and at that time, there's no ChatGPT yet. When I started researching, there's no AI yet that can actually answer your questions right then and there. So, kailangan mo talagang i-prompt si Google. May Google naman, in fairness. Kailangan mo talaga i-prompt yung search engine ko talaga yung, kung ano talaga yung hinahanap mo. And that's when I discovered that there are pathways for people who have education from outside Canada to apply for certification. And this is where my journey started. So, step 1, I went to Alberta Childcare website. Ayan, yan yung Alberta Childcare website, and look into the requirements for the ECE certification. I submitted my documents online, and some of the documents that I submitted were IELTS, yun yung language test. And at that time, I took an IELTS hindi dahil magpapasa ko sa sa website na to, kasi kinailangan ng IELTS at that time kasi I had an employer in Canada too na baka makatulong sa akin para i-finance yung pagiging international student ko. And to be honest with you, I also explored the international student option kung may magi-sponsor sa akin. But hindi nga natuloy yun. So, nagkataon lang na meron na akong IELTS. May academic IELTS result ako nun. And my transcript of records. The official copy of my transcript of records from the college where I graduated. Siyempre, may fill out din akong application dyan. And I applied for an ECE Level 1. So, basically, my first goal was, let's see. Tinitingnan ko muna, chinecheck ko muna kung maa-approve ba ako or kung posible ba talaga na magkaroon ako ng certification sa Canada without studying. So, let's see if I can get my Alberta ECE certification using my education from outside Canada. And I waited. Siguro I waited 2 months. Mga 2 months. Tinitingnan ko talaga kung ano mangyayari. I'm also hoping na ma-approve, syempre, kasi nga kahit paano when you get the approval, then that will be one way para makapag-immigrate ka dito, di ba? Kasi magkakaroon ka na ng lisensya without even studying. You can already apply to jobs. Because when you submit documents, you don't just immediately get an answer. Yan nga yung sinasabi ko. You have to wait for them to review everything. So habang nag-iintay ako na ma-recognize nila yung education ko, eventually naka-receive ako ng email from Alberta ECE. And I was really happy kasi I received level 1 certification. Ayan, pwede ko siyang i-screenshot ko yung itsura ng Alberta certification na posible pala na gamitan ang education na nakuha ko outside Canada and start the certification process here. And that was just the beginning. Okay, then na-receive ko na nga yung level 1 certification, di ba? So yun, nung na-receive ko yung level 1 certification, naisip ko sa sarili ko na paano ako makakapag-apply talaga ng job sa Canada kung level 1 lang ang hawak kong certification. Level 1 is only for those ECE assistants that are working already in Canada. So which means wala ako sa Canada. I'm outside Canada. I won't be able to use that to apply for jobs. So I made lots of research again and check exactly how would I be able to convert my level 1 certificate to a level 3 Alberta ECE level 3 certificate. So ang ginawa ko is pumunta ulit ako sa website, and then the website or the portal's requirement is you have to ask your school to directly send your transcript of records back to Alberta. Si eskwelahan mo na mismo, yung magpapasa diretso kay Alberta. Yung parang ginagawa sa ECA, sa Education Credential Assessment. So instead na kay ECA mo ipapasa, kay Government of Alberta mo siya ipapasa. So yun. Ganun ulit. Since I already have an account in the Government of Alberta website, what I just did was I asked my school to directly send the transcript of records to Government of Alberta with my application number. Kasi may level 1 certificate na nga ako, di ba? So yung application number na yon, inattach lang ng school ko, in fairness naman sa school ko, is very cooperative and probably they have been doing this before as well. Kaya hindi naging mahirap yung pakikipag-communicate ko dun sa school ko. Sa previous school ko. So yun. So I only asked the registrar to send it directly to Government of Alberta. As far as I know, sinend nga nila via LBC yun. Kasi naka-receive ako ng naka-receive ako ng parang scanned copy of the tracking slip na pinadala nila papuntang Alberta, Canada, yung transcript of records ko. Ayun, noon napadala na nga nila, still my IELTS was still valid at the time. Kasi nga, after ko na-receive yung level 1, gumawa agad ako ng action. I made lots of research again and checked how would I be able to increase my chances of getting hired here in Canada. And then, nag-apply ako para doon sa level 3. When my school already sent out that binabalikan ko lang, okay? When my school already sent the official transcript of records to Alberta, I just waited for another 1 to 2 months. Hindi ko lang maalala eksakto. Pero, again, luckily, I received the level 3, ECE level 3 Alberta certification. So may level 3 na ako na certification from Alberta. So imagine niyo yun. Doon sa level 3 na yun, I would be able to apply to jobs in Alberta. Okay? Marami akong ipinasang anong tawag dyan? Application sa Alberta rin. Super. Pero, ang laki ng Canada, di ba? I didn't limit myself sa Alberta lang. Nag-isip ako, paano ko mai-increase yung chances ko na ma-hire dito sa Canada as an ECE or as a teacher? Kasi nga, mahirap maging international student. Okay? Hindi naman, you have to budget your time and your energy. Hindi lang basta sa pera yan eh. Aside from your time, your money and your energy, syempre, kailangan may suportahan mo pa rin yung mga kagaya ko, yung mom ko. Sinusuportahan ko yung mom ko. If I become an international student here, syempre, malaking pera yung gagastusin ko. And most probably, I won't be able to support my mom ng maayos. I might be able to, but mahihirapan ako. Kasi nga, aside from paying the tuition and the big tuition fee, yung energy ng pag-aaral and lahat-lahat na. 'Di ba? So, pinurso ko talagang maging worker instead na maging international student. So, yun. So, what I did with my level 3 certification, with my level 3 certification, I went to the next province. And ito yung website na yan. I went to the official website of British Columbia para sa ECE certification from another province. So I just submitted the required information and documents based on the requirements. As far as I know at that time, I have to really send it via mail. Kasi at that time, hindi ko alam na pwede pala siyang isend rin via email. I thought na by mail lang. So, ang ginawa ko, pinasend ko pa talaga sa DHL courier yon at that time. Para para makakuha ko ng ECE Level 1. ECE Level 1 license. But just so you know, even before I sent that ECE Level 1 license for BC, I already had an employer at that time. Kasi nga, when you already have an ECE Level 3 certification, hindi ka na mahihirapan i-convert yung license mo to different provinces here in Canada. Kasi nga, kapag may level 3 ka, medyo ano na yan, medyo maganda-ganda na yan, yung certificate na yan. All you have to do is convert it or transfer it to a different province. And yun nga, nung sinend ko siya sa BC, to convert my ECE Level 3 license in Alberta and then convert it to ECE BC license, Level 1 or 1-year certificate, I was able to eventually get it as well. Okay? So again, I'm sharing what happened in my case and please do not take this video as, okay, if I'll do exactly like this, I'll automatically get the same result. Okay? Every person's education documents, work experience, and situation can be different. Disclaimer lang, okay? And provincial requirements can change, so always check the official government website. But for me, this was the path that I followed, okay? So, yun. Meron na rin akong ECE, BC, 1-year certificate, and that was back in 2022. Yeah, kasi nag-arrive kami dito October 2023. So, nung in-apply yung work permit namin, that was April of 2023. So, basically, nung 2022 pa lang, meron na akong ECE BC license. Okay? Ayun. And then, I didn't stop from there. Ang ginawa ko ulit is after getting my BC license, BC ECE 1-year license, I went to the Saskatchewan website as well and convert my license to a Saskatchewan early childhood educator certificate as well. So basically, may lisensya po ako na maging ECE sa British Columbia, sa Alberta, and at the same time sa Saskatchewan. So what did I actually learn from all of these process? So number 1, don't immediately assume that you have to start from zero or from scratch. If you studied education outside Canada, do your research first. Okay? Don't automatically think that I have to study everything again. Kailangan ko ulit mag-aral. Maybe you do not need additional certification or education depending on your situation. Maybe kailangan nyo, maybe hindi. So, maybe you qualify for a certification pathway and the only way to know is to check the official requirements. So, i-check nyo yung i-try nyo ipasa. I-try nyo ipasa muna yung mga documents nyo sa official Government of Canada websites. So, wag sa mga bogus, okay? Yan na naman tayo. Wag tayo magbasa agad-agad ng mga bagay-bagay sa mga scammer kasi they might use that for identity theft. Okay? Especially yung passport natin. Ang dami-dami ko nababasa na automatic binibigay agad yung passport or lahat ng mga information. So, wag po. So, official government websites lang. Okay? So, number 2 is prepare your documents. Your school documents are always very important, especially in transcript of records. So, if you're still in the Philippines and you're planning to work to Canada someday, keep your academic documents safe. Laging kumuha tayo ng copies and know how to request official documents from your school. So, wag mawawala yung contact natin. Hindi porket napakatagal na nating nag-aaral o napakatagal na nating hindi pumupunta sa eskwelahan na yun is nagkalimutan na tayo. Hindi na natin alam paano sila kukontakin. Kasi, you would never know when you'll need them again. Okay, kagaya nga doon nangyari sa akin. So next is, check your language requirements. In my case, IELTS was part of the documents. And again, requirements can change. So don't rely on old YouTube video, including dun sa akin. Siguro, iyan nyo to. Ito yung latest video on how did I become an ECE. So mas panoorin nyo to. Okay? Check the official website for current requirements. And number 4, be patient. Lahat ng pasensya kailangan nyo rito. Kung kailangan nyo bumili sa bakery, why not? Okay? So, government application take time. Sometimes you submit and everything and then silence. Huwag mo mawalan. Keep yourself busy. Lagi kong sinasabi yan sa sarili ko na especially kapag nagpapasa ako ng mga documents sa IRCC or sa kahit anong application na ginagawa ko. Keep your hopes up. Manifest that everything is going to happen in God's plan, in God's perfect timing. So, yun. Tapos, hintayin nyo lang, magdasal. Kasi wala namang mangyayari kung iisipin natin ang iisipin kung anong mangyayari, di ba? Magkaka-wrinkles lang tayo. So, yun. Instead of checking your emails every day, you just have to really be patient. Okay? Patience is a virtue. Okay? And research beyond one province. So, yan yung number 5. Kasi, wag tumigil sa iisang sa iisang probinsya lang. Kasi nga, malaki ang Canada, di ba? Alam naman natin na sa Canada, may lagpas 10 na province. Okay? And ang Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan, yan lang yung 3 sa mga malalaking province dito. Yung iba maliliit and meron din silang sari-sariling website where you could get your ECE certification. So if you can get certification for all of those provinces or license as an ECE for all of those provinces, then mas maganda. Ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung chances nyo na makapag-apply sa mga daycare center here. Okay? Ayun. So there are different provinces and territories and each can have different rules and opportunities. All right. Okay. So that's basically my story from having an education outside Canada to applying sa Alberta and then going to BC and at the same time looking into Saskatchewan. And again, sa mga hindi nakakaalam or hindi mga nakapanood ng video ko or hindi nabasa yung about me sa YouTube, I'm an early childhood educator, actually an infant, toddler, and special needs educator located here in Vancouver, British Columbia. Okay? Ayun. So, can I use, marami kasi nagtatanong, can I use my education here in Canada? Then, don't be afraid to make a research. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Sumasagot po ako sa mga sa mga comment nyo sa channel ko. Okay? But hindi man on time yung lahat kasi medyo may pagka-busy. Siyempre, may trabaho. May full-time work din po ako. Okay? So, that should be it for now. If you have any questions, don't hesitate again to make a comment. And good luck. Good luck sa mga gustong maging teacher or an early childhood educator here in Canada as well. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe into my channel at laging tatandaan, hindi kailangan maraming pera, basta may peace of mind. Until next time, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Finding our rhythm in this glorious land.